That one's a little bit thinner. We're thinking we're gonna net maybe 450,000 between my partner and I.
Hello everyone, Travis Spear with Pine Financial Group, where we work together so you succeed. Today I'm here with Kevin Amolsch, and we're going to talk about one of the most recent projects that he's working on. Before we jump into that, if you're checking us out on Facebook, please give us a like, check out our page. If you're seeing us on YouTube, click subscribe and maybe even notifications so you can see when our new content comes out. Really excited to talk to Kevin about this project that he's been most recently working on. And Kevin, if you want to just jump into the details, tell us what you're doing.
Yeah, I think it's important for the viewers to know that we're active investors as well as hard money lenders. We do want to finance your deals. We're excited to do commercial and residential. So this is fun for us to do, and we get to share a little bit about what we're doing outside of the hard money lending.
Sure.
So I would love to buy some more rental properties. In fact, I'm constantly looking for that, but it's been a little bit tricky for me with the amount of time that's available. So like you, Travis, I decided to get into much larger projects and started to do some new developments. So right now we're in the rough stage, the mechanical, electrical, plumbing stage of a 6-unit development in Lower Highlands in Denver, which is a really hot area in the city of Denver.
Very cool. And so you started this deal a few months ago in your construction. You mentioned you're in your roughs now. Talk to us a little bit about the process of finding this deal, how you identified it, how you knew how many units you would build, and maybe we'll talk just a tad bit more about the neighborhood for people that don't know it that well.
Okay. So I think it's important, and we talk about that a lot on this channel and on our Facebook page, that your team is vital to your success. That's exactly how this worked out. It was someone that I work with frequently brought me the deal. They are much more interested in helping walk people through developments and selling the developments and
Sure.
wholesaling the deal to you than actually doing the work. It's easier and better for them. They brought me the deal, said, you want to do this? I was already in the process of working on another 13-unit development in Sloan's Lake, which is another good area of Denver. So I wanted to do the deal, right? But I didn't want to put all my money into this one when I have this other deal coming up. So I brought in a partner, and him and I decided to go ahead and take this one down.
Okay.
I don't know what your other questions were.
So the neighborhood that you mentioned, the Lower Highlands in Denver, this is one of probably the hottest neighborhood in the metro area right now. Can you talk maybe a little bit to the price point of the units that you're delivering to the market and maybe an idea of what that buyer mix might look like?
Yeah. So this is a 6-unit development on a single family lot. So there's 6 townhomes that go back in the lot. And our first unit was a little bit unique because of some of the rules in the city of Denver. If you're above grade, you can't have unfinished space within a certain distance from the street. What we ended up doing, instead of pushing the building back and possibly losing a unit, is we just got rid of one of the garage stalls in that first unit, which created more living space, a whole nother bedroom and living space in it. Made a pretty big unit for the neighborhood. So that unit's about 1,900 square feet, which is large. And then the other 5 are all where we kind of want to be, which is about 1,200 square feet. The price point on the smaller, more desirable, what I would say more desirable units, those 1,200 square feet, is about $450 a foot.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, we're looking at $525,000 to $550,000 a unit for those 5. The larger unit, we're closer to about $360 a foot there. We got that one under contract for $680,000, $684,000.
Okay, wow. So as we can see, the demand is there. This is a neighborhood where people want to be, not where they necessarily have to be for affordability. So you mentioned that the units will sell around $550,000 and about $450 a square foot. Can you just give the viewers a rough idea of what your construction cost is per foot to just kind of give an idea of what that margin looks like?
Yeah, and it's so interesting that we're talking about this because right before we went right before we started recording this video, you and I were chatting about the construction costs and how insane they're getting. The costs are really increasing. So what I'm about to tell you, what I'm paying, is not what it would be today. Okay, we got a contract with a contractor, and we're in the process of building, and we're going to get it done for about $209 a foot.
Right, and so for those watching, important to understand that when Kevin and I might talk about the cost of construction, we're all-encompassing hard and soft costs. So that's
Right.
what we sometimes refer to as demo to doorbell. It includes all the soft costs, tap fees, architecturals, engineering, all of that stuff. So you have to have a pretty good delta between those two numbers so that you have some profit on the back end. Of course, it doesn't include the purchase price of the lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And the lot was $900,000 for
Okay.
this little tiny house. And I actually posted a photo of this house, and you could see what $900,000 buys you in Lower Highlands.
A grossly overpriced single-family house, right?
That's right.
But prime for development in that area. When you talk about the process, maybe just a little bit about how you said we talked about how you found the deal, and then someone helped you through entitlement, which you mentioned. What was the time frame from when you purchased a property to when you started construction?
You know, it's about a year process that we work through the city, and we're working with the architect, constantly meeting with them and the contractor to try to value engineer, get the best price we can. So even the submissions to the city slow down sometimes when you're trying to save money on the construction costs.
Sure.
So from start to finish was about a year, and I'm gonna admit this to you, Travis, I don't really understand the whole process in the city, which is why, again, I choose to work with very competent team members.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. And so about a year to get through the city, and then you're about roughly halfway through construction, if you will. Now, when do you plan to deliver the units?
So we're going to deliver in September, and we already have 3 of the 6 units sold. And the one I was worried about, the big unit with the 1-car garage, sold first.
Wow. So that took a little bit of pressure off of you, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's up the price on everything else.
Very good. And so you also mentioned you had another development project going. Do you see yourself continuing in the development projects for the near future, or what do you think there?
Yeah, well, the numbers are a little thinner on our project on Navajo, and if you guys are interested in what I'm doing on Navajo, it's just navajo6.com, and you can see the project. That one's a little bit thinner. We're thinking we're going to net maybe $450,000 between my partner and I. So the other project I'm much more excited about. It's in Sloan's Lake. It's a 13 unit. I'm not going to partner with anybody on it. I'm going to go out and get bank financing on that one. Navajo I use private money for, and we're thinking that I'm thinking that maybe the net's 1 to 1 on that one.
Wow.
So that's a really exciting project. It's an assemblage. We have several pieces that we have to put together and get the approvals. There's an alley vacation. There's a lot going on with that one. So we're a little bit further away from starting.
Okay.
After that, how much longer will this window be open? So I think I might take a step back and just kind of observe for a little while after this next one.
Sure. As we've mentioned, with the construction costs increasing so quickly, the values are still going up, but the construction costs are really going up, and the developer's getting squeezed a little bit. And it's not to say they're not still profitable. We just talked about that, but you also have to measure your risk and how many, $500,000 and $600,000 townhome buyers are there in this market. Right. So very cool. We'll really appreciate you sharing Navajo 6 with us. If you have the opportunity to check it out, please do. If you're watching us on Facebook, check out our page. You can see the picture that Kevin mentioned about the house that he purchased for $900,000. And if you're seeing us on YouTube, please hit subscribe and notifications so you'll know when our new content comes out. Check us out at www.pinefinancialgroup.com. Feel free to throw some comments down below, and we'd love to have some interaction and talk more with you about the type of stuff that we're doing personally and also how we can help you at Pine Financial Group. Thank you.